Imagine scrolling through your social media feed and stumbling upon Amanda Riley, a young woman claiming to battle Hodgkin's lymphoma, a form of cancer that primarily afflicts young adults. Her posts tug at heartstrings, showing her wrapped in scarves, hooked to 4 drips, and surrounded by friends and family offering their unwavering support. You see her photos, and they evoke a rush of sympathy, igniting the desire to help. Friends and acquaintances start fundraising, sharing her story far and wide. But what if it was all a carefully constructed lie? Today, we dive into the unsettling story of Amanda Riley, a woman who faked a cancer diagnosis, exploited the kindness of a community, and amassed hundreds of thousands of dollars. This tale reveals how easily trust can be manipulated, how compassion can be weaponized, and the chilling consequences of deceit. Prepare to uncover the layers of betrayal in this haunting narrative. Amanda Riley's saga begins in 2012 when she first began posting on social media about her supposed struggle with Hodgkin's lymphoma. At first glance, Amanda seemed like any other young adult sharing her trials and tribulations, but her narrative quickly took a darker turn. Her posts, filled with detailed accounts of her treatments, relapses, and emotional turmoil, were compelling enough to draw in a wide audience. She crafted a story of hope intertwined with despair, using every platform available: Facebook, Instagram, and even crowdfunding sites to garner attention. Her photos showcased the classic tropes of a cancer patient: chemo sessions, hospital visits, and heartwarming moments with friends and family. Amanda understood that cancer stories resonate deeply, and she capitalized on this universal fear and empathy. She constructed a persona that embodied resilience and hope, but behind the facade lay a web of deceit. As her story unfolded, it resonated not just with her immediate friends, but also with a wider community who found themselves invested in her journey. Amanda would often update her followers on her supposed progress, sharing heart-wrenching anecdotes that made people rally around her cause. It was a well-rehearsed performance, designed to elicit sympathy and garner support. Amanda's online presence grew. So did her ability to manipulate the narrative around her. Social media platforms became her stage, allowing her to reach a vast audience eager to support someone battling cancer. Amanda was savvy, utilizing hashtags and emotional appeals to attract attention. She painted vivid pictures of her supposed suffering, capturing the hearts of those who followed her journey. Fundraising efforts sprang up almost organically. Friends and family organized events, bake sales, and crowdfunding campaigns in her name. Every like and share reinforced the belief that Amanda was a brave warrior, facing insurmountable odds. Little did they know, she was orchestrating her own drama, feeding off the goodwill of those who cared. This manipulation of social media not only amplified her reach, but also established her as a community figure, a cancer survivor in the making, a role model. People began to feel a personal connection to her plight, sharing her posts and contributing to her fundraising campaigns. But behind the curtains, Amanda was pulling the strings of a deceitful play. Over the next few years, Amanda raised over $100,000 through various channels, all under the guise of needing financial support for medical expenses. She had honed her manipulation skills to perfection, spinning tales of hardship that would make anyone's heart ache. Donations flooded in from both familiar faces and complete strangers, many of whom felt an emotional connection to her plight. Amanda didn't just stop at raising funds. She created an environment where her supporters felt they were part of something bigger, a community rallying around a cause. By playing the victim, she garnered not just financial support, but also emotional backing that fortified her lies. Friends and family were proud to be part of her journey, believing they were helping a woman in dire need. However, this web of lies also led to toxic relationships. As Amanda continued to spin her tale, those closest to her became enmeshed in her deceit. Friendships turned into alliances for her cause, often at the expense of those who were genuinely suffering. Amanda's actions blurred the lines of compassion, transforming kindness into a currency she could exploit. Despite her apparent success, cracks in Amanda's facade began to show in 2020. Friends and acquaintances started questioning the authenticity of her story as inconsistencies began to emerge. Some noticed that Amanda never seemed to show any visible signs of the illness she claimed to be battling. She often appeared vibrant and healthy in her photos, leading many to wonder about the truth behind her carefully curated social media presence. Amid mounting scrutiny, an anonymous tip was sent to law enforcement, prompting an investigation into her claims. What began as mere doubts escalated into a formal inquiry that would unravel Amanda's carefully crafted world. Investigators began to dig into her medical records, searching for proof of her cancer diagnosis. As they peeled back the layers of her story, they found that Amanda had no medical documentation to support her claims. There were no hospital visits, no treatments, and no prescriptions that could confirm her supposed battle with cancer. It became evident that she had fabricated her entire narrative. As investigators delved deeper, they uncovered a disturbing reality. Amanda had no medical records to substantiate her claims of having Hodgkin's lymphoma. Reports emerged detailing how she had misled friends, family, and complete strangers into believing she was in a life-or-death struggle. This realization was not just shocking. It was devastating for the community that had rallied around her. In August 2020, Amanda was charged with wire fraud. The reality of her deception shocked the community that had once supported her. The investigation revealed how she manipulated everyone's kindness for personal gain, exploiting the very essence of human compassion. Those who had invested emotionally and financially felt utterly betrayed. The gravity of the situation dawned on her supporters. They had been led to believe in her suffering, only to discover it was all a meticulously crafted lie. Friends who once shared her posts in solidarity now felt the bitter sting of betrayal, wondering how they had been so easily fooled. Amanda's court appearance in October 2021 was a spectacle that drew attention from the media and the public. Sitting in front of the judge, the weight of her actions began to sink in. She pleaded guilty, acknowledging that she had knowingly deceived her community for personal gain. The courtroom became a stage for the emotional fallout from her betrayal. Victims shared their stories. People who had donated money, time, and emotional support to someone they believed was suffering. The anger and heartbreak were palpable as they realized the extent of Amanda's manipulation. Many expressed how her lies tainted their perception of genuine cancer patients, making it harder to trust future pleas for help. The judge's decision was swift, and Amanda was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison, along with a hefty restitution fee. Her actions had consequences, but they also raised deeper questions about the nature of trust in an age where social media can easily obscure the truth. The judge's ruling sent shockwaves through the community, serving as a stark warning about the consequences of exploiting the compassion of others. However, the financial penalties were only a fraction of the damage she caused. The emotional scars left behind by her deception would linger in the hearts of those she betrayed. Trust had been shattered, and many found it difficult to reconcile their feelings of betrayal with their desire to help those in need. The fallout from Amanda's actions rippled through the community, affecting relationships and perceptions of others who genuinely needed support. This case served as a reminder of the fragility of trust and the devastating impact of betrayal. As news outlets covered the story, Amanda's actions were placed under a microscope, prompting discussions about the ethics of fundraising and the responsibility of individuals to verify claims before extending their support. The emotional toll of her deception extended beyond financial losses, affecting the mental well-being of those who had placed their faith in her story. In the aftermath of Amanda's case, the community grappled with feelings of anger and confusion. Families affected by cancer, who had lost loved ones or were in the midst of their own battles, expressed outrage at her actions. Many felt that Amanda's deceit undermined their own struggles and the struggles of countless others fighting similar battles. As news of her case spread, it became a cautionary tale about the potential for manipulation in our digital age. Supporters who had rallied behind her felt their kindness had been weaponized, turning what should have been a noble cause into a narrative of betrayal. The community responded by coming together to support genuine causes, reinforcing the importance of transparency in fundraising efforts. Local organizations began implementing stricter guidelines to ensure that future campaigns were thoroughly vetted. Aiming to prevent similar cases of deceit from occurring, Amanda Riley's case sparked critical conversations about the ethics of online fundraising and the role social media plays in amplifying deception. In a digital landscape where stories can spread rapidly, it becomes increasingly important to discern fact from fiction. Her story raises questions about accountability and transparency. Give a balanced view. While social media provides a platform for individuals to seek support, it also creates an environment ripe for exploitation. Amanda's case serves as a sobering reminder of how quickly trust can be eroded in a digital world where anyone can curate their narrative and manipulate their audience. The incident also reignited discussions about the psychological aspects of such deceit. What drives someone to fabricate such a serious illness? Is it the desire for attention, validation, or perhaps a deeper psychological issue? As Amanda's story spread, it raised more questions than answers, leaving many to ponder the motivations behind such manipulative behavior. A.S. Amanda Riley serves her sentence. Her case remains a chilling reminder of the potential for deception in our modern world. The emotional fallout from her actions continues to reverberate through the community, serving as a testament to the fragility of trust. The damage she inflicted went far beyond financial losses. It instilled a sense of skepticism among those who had once been eager to help. Her story reflects a broader societal issue: the interplay between compassion and deception, trust and betrayal. As we navigate a world increasingly defined by social media, Amanda Riley's case compels us to reflect on our responsibility to seek the truth behind the stories we encounter. It urges us to strike a balance between empathy and vigilance, reminding us that while kindness is paramount, we must also safeguard ourselves against manipulation. Ultimately, Amanda's journey from a promising young woman to a notorious con artist is a haunting exploration of the human psyche, one that resonates deeply with anyone who has ever wanted to believe in the goodness of others. In the end, it serves as a stark reminder that the heart can sometimes be the easiest target for deception. The tale of Amanda Riley is not just a story of deceit. It's a complex tapestry woven with threads of manipulation, trust, and the longing for connection. As we reflect on her actions, let us carry forward the lessons learned about compassion, about vigilance, and about the importance of verifying the narratives we encounter in our lives. Thank you for joining me on this unsettling journey into the life of Amanda Riley, the woman who faked cancer for fame and fortune. As we close this chapter, let us remember to question, to seek the truth, and to protect our hearts from those who might exploit our kindness.